I'd say
maybe we should just go to a different Clem's then, huh?
It would give you more light.
Go ahead, Vince.
I want to try one more thing before we go. I want to try to say a sentence in like Spanish, for example, then immediately start speaking French. Would it say Spanish and then French, or would it just get confused?
So you want to try to change it mid-sentence, like mid-sentence?
Yes.
Sure, give me both languages after you tell me what the sentence is.
Spanish. Your mom's a whore, you dirty bot. I don't know.
That was useful.
And then you switch to French at the end of it? Cool. In French, he says, howdy, what can I do you for?
All right, so he doesn't say anything in Spanish.
All right, so you want to just change them there, Jay?
Yeah, they'll probably...
Like all
All right, learn how to play didgeridoo while you're sitting there talking to it, and everybody gets to listen to that wailing while you're talking in Chinese.
Right.
Unfortunately, didgeridoo's a woodwind instrument, meaning he'd need to be not only speaking Chinese, but at the same time blowing his little...
No, he's
lungs
talking
out.
about blowing on it.
Oh, God damn, that's just cruel and unusual punishment there.
Yeah, you just keep really long, just bellow it out there.
All right, so let's see. We got Shermer. We could go do this at Shermer. We could go do it at Gothic.
Shermer seemed a bit busy last time you were there for some reason. In fact, even
Gothic.
now the doors crank open and 4 guys come in with backpacks and they're like, oh, were you almost done?
Go for it.
Cool. They all give the proper password and poof off to Shermer. Well, St. Louis, actually. Give me smell rolls.
I didn't expect to make it.
Cool.
You got this, Swade.
You can do it.
No, you can't.
And the guards look at you guys like, are you coming out?
Close her up. Let me check out that didgeridoo there, Raslin.
Oh, as the doors start to close, I ask them in Mandarin what time it is.
Take a card, you sneaky fuck. And let's see. Checking on their cleverness. The guy goes in Mandarin just after 6 and the doors close. And then he goes, no.
Oh, I just got a linguist card. +5 to any one language skill permanently.
If you got one at 50.
Should I get better at Alien Gray?
There you go.
I would. I've spent that card on that skill before.
Nice. All right, I play it.
The PCs are working hard on developing a new fucking secret language.
Oh, could you guys try to teach me, Great Alien? Fair enough.
Right. It's up to you. I mean...
All right, so now we know that they know that language.
Anytime they successfully talk in Great Alien, Vince, you can roll Learn, which probably won't work out well for you, but by God, you can try it anytime anybody babbles in any language successfully that you don't.
I go over by the door. One other question. What is being served for dinner tonight, I say in another language.
What is that?
At least that's what I thought I said.
No problem. One of the guards outside goes, not gonna catch me with that same trick twice.
Is that even a language? Like,
Pajara. That's it's an Aboriginal language.
I thought someone accidentally pressed their keyboard a little too many times.
There's so many fucking languages. There's over 5,000 languages, I think, in Papua New Guinea or something like that. And it's not even that fucking big because they don't have...
Jesus.
Yeah, it's stupid amounts of languages. So.
Fergen.
You guys sit in there and battle at Clem and each other. Howdy, what can I do you for? He's still speaking in French.
Blah, 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 blah.
What, is he? He's just talking French?
Uh-huh.
He's just really upset he calls his mom a whore.
Oh, correction. Papua New Guinea's saying at least 2. What the fuck? And then 800, and then... So... Oh,
Let's
correction. Living languages, they're down to 832. Cool. I'm glad to hear they're getting their shit together.
822 to go.
All right, so let's see, where to? We can go to Gothic, we can go to Shermer. Let's see.
So many places to go. So much shit to do. So little time.
So before you said when I gave Clem the command for a list, it's he just 30 seconds went by. It's almost like I didn't say anything.
Yep.
Or
What if I try to mimic Clem? Like, as he's speaking, I just mimic him.
Can you parrot him?
Yeah, pair him.
in the bracelet interface, I'll type in access Clems.
There's no response at all.
What if I open the back door?
It's super dark and scary, and you're worried that Vincent will wander past you and plummet to God knows what death.
Move out of the way.
I was going to say, you immediately
Push
open the
him.
back door as soon as you have this thought. And no, it doesn't. What are you typing into your bracelet once the back door is open?
I'll type in access embassy void.
Nothing happens.
I say softly to Clem, Clem, what is the status of St. Louis Clems?
Functional.
Clems, provide a list of other Clems.
I'm sorry, I don't understand the command.
Clem, provide list of other zones.
He lists off only the zones you have been to.
Clems, provide status of Clems in the village.
I'm sorry, I don't understand the command.
Clem, provide status of Clems in Shermer.
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
I have a theory. What if you asked him for someone else's locations?
Are you starting up on your didgeridoo there, Swade? Because
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Give me a didgeridoo plan.
I
Just curious.
unsling it over my shoulder for him.
Loud bellows.
God damn it! You hear from outside.
Here, let me show you how to do that. Let's see here.
He spit the whole thing seems to be filling with spit when he plays.
No, wipe it down. Here we go.
If he fumbled, it would have been filled with spit.
Do this, and then we. Oh, here, now you give it a go.
He plays for a while and passes it back in like near midnight conditions. Like, there you go. Now you know how to do it. And you're like, thanks, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, just like that.
Try the status in Burlington.
Clems. What is status of Burlington Clems?
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
Just try Burlington.
Clems. Provide status of Clems in Burlington.
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
Let's see. How did I ask him the first one when he said something was functional?
Try the one in the embassy. Try the one you're at again and write your words down very slowly.
It must be
Clems.
the accent.
Provide status of embassy Clems.
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question, he says. You feel like you're messing something up, but you don't know what.
try getting rid of like Clem's part at the end. I'm not sure if that's it, but
Wait, say it again there, Rad.
Clem's. Provide status.
Clem?
Clem. Provide status of Clem's in embassy.
Functional.
Clem. Provide status of Clem's in Burlington.
Function, or yeah. He says receiving.
What does it look like he's doing when he says that?
Actually, he said it smooth. Logan didn't. He just says receiving. He looks like he's ready to ask, what can I do you for?
Does anybody want to reroll? Anybody got junk?
17 seconds later, he says, howdy, what can I do you for?
His response was receiving.
Yes.
I have good cards.
Clem. Provide status of Clem's in Burlington. I asked him the same question again. I just waited a little bit.
Yeah. Receiving.
Wait, why did you get rid of the clogging greed?
Yeah.
Ah!
We're doing some serious stuff here. I think rerolls are more important than a point later.
Oh yeah, that's right. Clogging greed's only a point.
Clem. Provide status of Clem's in the village.
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
Clem. Provide status of Clem's in alien post-apocalypse.
Receiving. Destroyed. Non-functional.
Interesting. Now, when I told him to give me a list out of zones, he gave me all the zones I've been to, right? Okay.
Mhm.
Clem. Provide list of functional Clems.
He gives you all the zones you've been to that have Clems in them.
Does it include the village?
No.
Does it include Genovia?
I believe I'm going to have to check.
The next Rad, see if he says Courts of Chaos in there too. That'd be real interesting if there's a Clem's there.
Yeah,
He did not list one there, but hold on.
Did he list the Courts of Chaos in the list of zones?
No.
What's the Courts of Chaos?
That's interesting.
I'll explain it to you later there.
Gotcha.
You're not going to call
So
it
that tells
Sunshine?
us that's not in the box, most likely.
Let's see. Hold on, I'm still trying to find out if there's a Clem in Genovia.
I'll be back in a second.
Let's see, Gothic, Melwix. Is there one in Melwix?
Yeah, I think there might have been one in Melwix.
Searching. I don't want to give you the wrong answer because
Sure.
I'm not finding one. I found Clementine Estates, but not a Clem. Let me look for Barbershop. Barbershop, they do not have the Clems there.
Is it in
Hika?
Hika
Let me look.
or Westmead?
Now I know that they don't have one. Checking Hika.
I could have sworn there's one in
no.
Genovia somewhere.
I'm not seeing one. Hold on, I'm going to look in Melwix again because Hika specifies as not a Clem.
There was somewhere in Genovia we had Doras working for us. They were using it, and then they were going to be taking the train to get to Hika. I don't know if it was Melwix or one of the other cities. Bartertown, maybe? I don't think it was Bartertown. I thought it was one of the other cities.
I'm not sure. Unless you're wanting to use it right now, we'll just call it a shrug. So we can.
Yeah, I don't want to use it. I just definitely want to just researching at the moment.
Yeah, that might be a good one to put on the board because somebody else will be like, yes, of course there is. It's over in. And then I can look at my notes and go, oh.
So Hika, Melwix, what other major cities are over there?
Let's see. They've got.
I could have sworn it was Melwix.
Let's see, Genovia. Used to have a pretty nice hidden base there. That didn't last long. That was in fact a record.
Barely lasted a couple of hours in game time.
Yeah. Well, now you know who not to tell about the certain things. So, if it only costs you a base to find that out, you're ahead of the game.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm not seeing shit there.
Huh.
That snow zone. What was that one there?
Yeah, Clem. Provide status of Clems in Wild Wild West.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Clem. Provide status of Clems in Canada.
Destroyed.
What?
Yeah, I'm not seeing shit for Clems here.
Clem. Provide status of Clems in Guri.
Functional.
Clem. Provide status of Clems in Cyberpunk.
Ooh, the one in Genovia may have gone away, if there was one there, which is very possible.
There was one in Genovia or Westmead at some point, because I know you've used it.
Yep, I think it may have been destroyed, according to Clem, anyway. So he'll go with destroyed for now. Possible revision later.
Okay. Burlington, Genovia.
Yeah, it just count as destroyed, and you can post that on the board as, "Oh my God, they killed Kenny, you bastards." That sounds good to Logan.
All right. So I'm just reminding I'm typing. Rad. So you got a list of some Clems in zones you've never been to, correct?
No, it only printed out zones that I have been to. Did it show one in MMO land?
No, he didn't. It didn't interface with your bracelet. He just listed
that's right. He
them
said
up.
it.
And by the way, give me a listen roll. This is for everything because you're hearing a lot of real. It sounds like somebody trying to fillet a really unhappy fucking rhino who is struggling his best to escape the blowjob. But you still manage to hear the entire conversation despite somebody literally sitting nearby blasting away as best they can on your didgeridoo.
Okay, I made it.
Cool. Then don't worry about it. You're going to hear everything that Clem's telling you. I mean, because he is like literally in the same room going, you're like, Jesus Christ. But you managed to
I
block
know what
all
you
that
sound like
shit
to the
out.
rest of us.
What did I just come back on?
Exactly. It's something about filleting an angry hippo or something.
Damn it. So close. I just got happy holidays, but it's through December 10th through December, from December 10th to January 10th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A little too late.
That card got
Clem.
a lot of use, though.
Huh?
Okay, so what did he?
Never mind.
What did he respond when I asked him the last one about the status of the one in Cyberpunk?
Destroyed. Warning, radioactive.
Did he?
I don't understand it.
Well, that answers another question we had. When he listed off Clem's, was there
Receiving.
more that?
Destroyed,
Was there-
warning, radioactive, receiving.
Did he list off more than one in Cyberpunk?
No.
See if you got a list of zones with multiple.
Did I get Was there any of the zone? Okay, so let's say Burlington, Genovia, Canada, Gurby, Cyberpunk, Shermer.
He only listed off the Clems that in the zones that you've been to and the Clems that you've been to. And to the best of my knowledge, you've not yet discovered a zone which has multiple Clems or the multiple
Okay, that's
Clems
what I
in
was
them.
getting at. Like any of the zones I've been to have more than one in them.
Not that you recall. Although,
So he didn't list off more than one in Shermer.
Unless I don't believe you've actually been to a zone that had more than one in them. Hence, he did not list off any zones that had more than one.
Now, I know that there is a destroyed one in Beastkin, and I know that there is a functional one in Beastkin. What did he say about Beastkin?
He gave both.
So he said one destroyed.
Since you've been to both, yes? Have you been
Yes.
to the destroyed one? And you've been to the functional one?
Yep.
Then he listed both.
I have a question. Does
Yeah.
Clem bleed, or is he just robotic?
He says, shoving a knife into his back.
I've seen him after the wild people in post-apocalypse killed him and raped him and all that. Was he bloody then?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, he bleeds.
All right.
But he's like an android.
Yeah. If he was more like an apple, he'd be harder to use.
Why don't you see if you can try to figure out how to word it to see like his primary functions, secondary functions, and disabled functions?
To figure out Clem's various functions.
Yes. Look into different statuses.
What do you say? What do you say? Oh, the music had started again.
It might. We could, but I'm also thinking that might be one that might be pushing too far. But we'll save that. So
you're just trying to find out what the functions are. You're not trying to access the functions.
yeah, no, I know what you mean. I thought I might have asked him for a list of commands before.
Do we know?
I don't remember what the response was.
Do we know who made the Clems, or no?
Probably Daddy.
Yeah. All right. I wonder if he made them kind of like the Star Wars clone way, where he just mass-produced them and shoot them out.
Ah.
And
Logan, in the list of Clems that were provided, was one of them in Tri-Kingdom or Bleakmere?
No, there's no Clems in Tri-Kingdom or Bleakmere.
Was there one in Smurf City?
No.
And in the zones that he had listed prior to that, Amber and Courts of Chaos was not one of them?
What about Swamp Ass? What's that?
Did I see anything called Swamp Ass?
No.
Oh, yeah, the zone we started out in. What
Let's
zone,
see. Actually, hold on a second.
What would have that...
Yeah.
First,
Yeah,
the
there
first
was.
zone-
He said you haven't been to a Clems there, so he didn't list off the Clems. Never mind.
What did it appear to be when I asked for a list of zones? And he listed off the zones I've been to. What
Damn, you got it. Okay, yeah, take a card, you clever boy. That zone is apparently called, since he did list off the zones you've been to. Hold on a second.
Anybody want to drive car plus 20?
Woo.
If we're driving, we're doing something wrong.
That is called Fog World. I'm sure there's a better fucking title I could have done with it, but that's my name for it.
Fog World. But it did not show up in the list of Clems I asked for.
You have not been to a Clems in Fog World. Only Clems you have physically been to have shown up in your list of et ceteras. But it's kind of a weird glitch because it lists it like there's a Clems there, but you don't get the location of the Clems or anything. So it's kind of weird.
Do either of you have a birthday within a week of today, before or after?
It's 6 months from now, yeah.
Well, you might be able to make the case to Logan to let you use this happy birthday card.
If you get a special day card, you can.
Okay, so let me think for a second. What other zones have I been to?
See, this is another thing that I wanted to do, Brad, is if we could access the config files, we could say, basically change it from a 0 to a 1. Have you been to Fogland, Clems?
What about
Yes.
Right.
That makes sense.
What about Dino World?
I have not been there.
Yeah. I'll be right back while you guys plan. I'll be back.
Sure. But what other zones can you guys think of that you've been to that maybe I have not been to?
Has anyone been to MMO Land?
Yeah, we've been there. I didn't specifically ask what status that one was. I think that one might be destroyed, though.
How about Gotham?
Gotham, I think, has been destroyed.
Well, now's your chance to ask, because who knows if it's been rebuilt.
Actually, yeah, we'll clarify with Logan if that was a zone that was listed out.
What about Voraz?
Actually, no, I've never been to Gotham. I only know of it.
What about Voraz?
Oh, yeah, Voras.
Or Voras.
I have been there. We'll see what the status of that is.
Yeah, I think we've all been there.
I'm pretty sure where that one still works.
Oh, no,
I don't like going there, though, just because.
Let me rephrase that. I've not been to the Clems there.
Let's see, what other zones can we think of that maybe we've been to?
Oh, what's that one place with like all the armies and stuff where they always try to get you to sign up?
That was Gothic.
Oh.
That just hasn't been brought up in a while. Let's see. We got Genovia, Beastkin.
Geary? Or
Yeah, Guri is functional. That's the space zone.
What's Alien Takeover / Spicelands?
Alien Takeover / Spicelands?
Yeah.
Well, there's Alien Post-Apocalypse. Some people also call it Bug City. So that's like far, far, far future. Farthest in the future. It's basically just a wasteland. I think he said the Clems is destroyed there, though. All right. So we know that cyber. Well, let's see. We should clarify in cyberpunk if it tells us what part of cyberpunk is irradiated. If it's Hong Kong or if it's a different part of the world. Logan, when he was giving the list of functional, or his response about
and also, does he list off where we are now, or
what's that? Yeah.
All right.
When he referenced cyberpunk, was it just cyberpunk, or was it cyberpunk followed by like a country or city? Right. So we don't know if he's talking about Hong Kong or China or the U.S. In a list of zones that were provided, was Sewers of Disappointment mentioned?
How about Voraz or? Voraz?
I've been to Voras. So he probably mentioned Voras. Clem, provide status of Clems in Voras. Clem, provide status of Clem's in MMO land.
All right. Rad, I got another question for you to try to figure out how to ask. So, as an example, some are functional and some are just receiving. Try to figure out. Wow! 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 Wow!
Hmm?
Where did you guys just come from?
Sure, sure. Were those the guys that were like selling the rats and the apple cores from earlier, or someone different?
Well, they're most likely the ones we saw going into St. Louis,
Oh gosh, yeah.
or just somebody else altogether. So you got cut off there, Jack. You were basically, I think you were asking me to find out what receiving means exactly.
Right. Like, what is the definition of functioning? What is the definition of just receiving? What is the definition of destroyed? And maybe try to figure out if something is just receiving, what needs to happen to make it functioning.
Clem, define receiving status. Clem, define functional status. Does he?
I opened the door. What if it's just a portal, not a pit?
All right, we just need to give him a little rest. Just needs to be rebooted.
All right. How's your hacking?
No.
Huh?
Huh?
I know how to turn a computer on and off. I know how to send emails.
All
I know
right.
I know how to look up
What is hacking?
computers.
Oh, computers.
All right. Here. Rad, why don't you take over? You can
I'm pretty good with hacking.
blow in your flute here, and let's see what I can do now.
I would consider myself a skilled hacker.
All right.
What strange ritual are you guys doing?
I kind of make a face at him like, see, this is how you do it.
So why don't we take, and I will open up my bracelet command, which is already open. So there we are. I was able to poke around in here before. I want. Yes. Huh.
What? Is it?
I am the master.
Damn it, Freddy!
I said something intelligent.
No. Right.
Womp womp.
Hmm.
And this is on the bracelet interface. But that also answers a question.
But we love you more. Oh, so is your functionality like that there, Rad?
Uh-huh.
Look at my screen.
It's the same thing. Okay.
All right. Yeah, because he said it was impossible. Nobody could ever do it except for him. Oh yeah, but I don't care about the other PCs. I want to find out what's unsecure. Right.
So,
Get there. All right.
so let's just back up a second. So you want me to post something in game to let that this? So you want me to say this because they're going to experience the same thing, or does it matter?
System wide.
Like, okay. Because part of me was even thinking, like, who cares if we tell them? So, or is it just to help you let them know? All right. That's war crimes.
Oh yes. Put
Well,
it
I
there.
think what
The tracking software, it all links back to Freddy.
So you're saying a lot of the other menus are grayed out. Like, give me an example of one of the menus that's grayed out now. As far as I knew, we could only type in-game and communicate with each other. Like, we could type in the forum and we could communicate with each other. Yeah, there was like a command prompt. I was able to try to type commands in, so I can't type commands in anymore. So I'm able to bring up a command prompt, like edit config.exe. Gotcha.
Oh, 1 second.
Like, test it out just to confirm. I'm able to call Suede on his bracelet. Am I still able to voice activate the bracelet? Okay.
Vince, you're being summoned to the greenhouse.
Okay.
just you don't have a green grass? Yeah.
It's where they put their weed.
So my thought here is, and since Vincent's just standing there kind of dumbfounded, did you ever see the movie Tron? I ask Brad, and I look at the portal.
Yeah, what exactly do you have in mind?
Well, either Vince can go in the portal or I'll go in the portal. What do you think?
I see. I remember before kind of asking Logan, somebody threw something in there and then somebody threw it back out. Or was that just Logan being silly? And like there was a note, stop throwing your shit in here. Like, did that really happen, or was that just Logan being funny? Hey, you want to try it?
Should we do straws?
Or we could just push him through and see what happens. Yeah, because I mean, it is potentially dangerous. We don't know how much of I mean, I remember seeing somebody throw a note back through saying, stop dumping your trash in here. So I don't think there would be a huge fall necessarily. You know, we could go through it and fall a few stories to our death.
Exactly.
Was that note written in English?
He heals fast. Now, question for you, Rad. Do we want to still take our the slow boat to
Could try.
our land, or do we want to save that for next time ending to give Evil Logan time to plan?
We could still potentially try that. Just and that might be a good place for us to leave off. Or here's another thought that we could try. We could just wait 24 hours. You know, let's go grab a bite to eat, and we come back after Clem's has had his bowel movement.
Vince, we need a volunteer. Do you want to jump into the portal?
Sure. What portal and where?
Just right through that door.
Point towards the door in the back of Clem's.
That giant hole?
Yeah, you know how to make phone calls from your bracelet, right?
Why don't we just keep an open dialogue? We'll just open up a channel and we'll just talk to him while he's going.
There you go. Tune in Tokyo.
All right.
You have a trump with him?
Oh, yeah, I know how to use trumps. I'm not...
No. You have one of you.
Do you have one of you?
No. Can I... No, that takes multiple days.
I have one of me that we could potentially send with him. If he gets really excited and survives, he could pull us through that way.
Side to have the trump of you?
What's that?
Do you want whatever's on the other side to potentially get that trump of you?
Well, that is part of the risk. But if he survives, he could pull us both through that way, as long as you're holding my shoulder and walk through with me.
If he's good enough to do it.
All right, I'm up to it.
Could you make a trump of him, or is that something that's done?
It takes a few days, if I remember correctly.
You know, it's something we could do tonight and attempt to come back and use Clem's again tomorrow.
Sure. What was that, Logan?
Honeybee, it says bait.
Counter supporter?
Counter supporter.
I got it by half. But how quick?
Quick. Do it for science. We can still collect some data before he gets gacked.
Don't worry, I'll just pull Radical Jason with me.
No, you don't have to go.
I don't want to die for
Going down
science.
with me. In a while.
You just throw a note that says, "Who are you?" See what comes back. We could throw a bracelet through with instructions on how to use it.
That's
Hello?
what I was.
Can anybody hear me? We could throw it through with the open mic on and just listen to see what happens. But then there's Mygotech in God knows whose hands.
See, what I wanted to try to do was put the thing on Clem, or the bracelet, and shove him in.
As soon as he steps out, I go on all fours. You push him over, he falls back in.
Howdy, what can I do you for?
All right. How's your Shermer money there?
Let's see. I've got some.
No.
It's learned from information.
It's like this. Well, here's the thing, Logan. We, as our cabal, don't want to rely on past hearsay. So we're starting with the very basics of like our mode of transportation. Yeah, but this game of telephone has lasted, last 2 or 3 years you've been running this? And
How do you spell Clem? How do you spell Clem? I just don't. Gotcha.
Well, let's do this next then. Let's go back to Gothic. Let's set up Carl to recruit some people to go find the kids. We can brief him. We can use my trump card there.
before you race off, here's what I was asking, Rad, because I don't know what you have in the bank here.
Oh, for Shermer, I've got a little over 50 grand in the bank.
All right.
And I've got
With like zero.
a bunch of gold that we can still convert if we needed to.
All right. Here's the thing, because we don't know what's going to happen in the following present. Let me take 10 of that, if you don't mind. I'll put it in my bank account because I would like to potentially buy the scuba gear like we talked about for Burlington. I need to have the capital, and that's probably the best average tech I should buy it at.
Okay.
Are you okay with that? Me taking
Yeah.
that?
We can just do some cut twos. We'll go to the Beastkin Bank.
And I don't know if you want to check on.
Take out 10 grand. I'll give that to you.
I'll be right back.
Let's see. I want to say it's through the next season, but it depends. There's a couple things that might only be through this season.
You finish it. Finish it. No, I needed to pay that up too. That was the other thing I was going to talk to you about because I found that out last time. So what is it? And I'm only down to 2 gold there.
The safety deposit boxes here in the U.S. are $50 a month, and through season 6. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let me do that because I've got 2 of the big safety deposit boxes here. Yeah, the $50 a month ones are the large ones, like really huge. Like you can stuff a body in it big.
No, I got a small.
And let me see what else. All right, so
So I have one more question about Clem. Have you guys tried to like trap him? And does he just automatically go back, or is he just stuck there? Or does he just regenerate there?
like trap him and take him out of there?
Yeah.
No, I don't think anyone's tried it, but I have seen him walk out of there. That was a while back when things were going loopy. He was following us around Beaskin.
All right, come on, Rad. I start squeezing him for some gold.
Woo! Woo!
How much does the egg worth?
I'll shit out 6 Beaskin gold for you.
Ooh, I just got a talisman. I got equalization protection. If you draw this card while this card's in your hand.
Actually, let's see here. I've got a good card for luck roll. If we want to try using one of my other trump cards, if I fail that luck roll, I've got a card to make it succeed. In Beastkin, yes. Maybe we can. We could go to Shermer, and I could take care of my bills there. Not this session. I've only used the Gothic one so far this session. I've got multiple ones for Shermer, actually. Yeah, I've got a Suburban Park, and I've got a one for St. Louis, and I've got one for the train station in Chicago.
Right.
I got a question about a talisman card. Equalization. I'm just gonna get rid of damage. I don't think we're gonna do any fighting. If not, then we're doing it wrong.
Yep.
Yeah.
Body blow, body blow, body blow.
Do you have Ralph's sanity maxed out? Nope.
Yep.
All right, so guess I got some kind of mixed signals there then. Would it make sense for us to do kind of a cut to? We'll use a trump to go to Shermer so we can handle. Well, Chicago is where I have my banks. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
All right. We'll take handle. Okay, so let's see. I don't have it marked down what the price was for the safety deposit box here. No, I'll just a regular one here. Just enough to, I don't know. Yeah, secure bank. Gotcha. And we'll open up two more. So Vince and Suede both have one there to stash stuff in. So, and then I have a couple of warehouses in Chicago which are paid through the next season. I got those like 2 sessions ago. Well, they might know about one eventually, but one will definitely be kept hidden.